Coming at you from New Jersey, the capital of misery, the place where metal forgot to die, upon a mountain of skulls, in a castle of pain, sitting on a throne of blood, in the season of evil. This is the hereliesmetal podcast. I am Maledictus.
And I am Samantha, and we shall be your overlords for today and all of eternity. Welcome.
Folks, this is the last show of the year. And with that, we're going to bring you something a little bit different. It's another list, another sort of countdown list of the year's best music, but only this episode is going to be a little more visual. As you know, we like to do reviews of not only the music, but we also give you in-depth reviews of the artwork. It's something we like to do at the Hereliesmetal podcast. So
Maledictus is a very favorite thing.
I'm a visual person. I'm an artiste. I always wanted to be an album cover guy, right?
He's an amateur art critic.
Yes.
I'm also an amateur art critic.
We are together. We're not any better.
Together, we're amateur art critics.
Yeah, we're not any better than each other. I always kind of wanted to design album covers, so they intrigue me, and some of these bands today have such awesome album covers. So we're going to go over the best. How many do we have?
Actually, I didn't count.
Okay, there's a couple of them. All right,
and we're gonna begin. Also, I'm gonna also say this is a much more informal list, than our other year-end lists. Mm-hmm. This is just random stuff I found that piqued. I looked at it and I was like, this. I'm interested. I'm gonna listen to this.
The album cover does it, right?
And nothing that we had on our year-end list is included because we looked at the album covers then. So obviously there was some good stuff there, but we'll talk about totally different stuff, and stuff that we reviewed is not included because we already exhaustively talked about the art in our reviews. We don't need to discuss it further. So this isn't, like a very serious list. This is a fun list of just some fun things. And to begin with, we're going to start with my favorite fun album covers. These is not serious pieces of art. These might be a little silly looking to other people, a little ridiculous. Yes. But I'm going to maintain that they are good art because they stand out to me, and I remember these covers, and I think that makes them very successful in that regard.
So, folks, with that in mind, don't be obligated to watch this one like you did the last one. Thank you very much for so many views and so many comments in the last episode, by the way. We thank you greatly. But this one, this is fun. So here we go. Let's get this thing underway.
So our first is the album Future Shock by the band Future Shock. Also, I'm not going to comment on any of the music, even discuss the genres. That's not to say none of this is good music or none of it is bad music. Honestly, I don't remember for most of these.
Not about the music at all.
And I'm just going to be fair to all of the albums on here and just no comment on the music. Although I feel like I'm implying that Future Shock is bad. I actually did enjoy. So that'll be my one comment, is that this is a fun little album. And
I'll say. Look at it.
So let's from now on, only about the art. And speaking of which, the art on this is by Death de Diplodocus.
That's a dinosaur.
Seems to be a dinosaur-themed artist. We have a dinosaur art.
Now, is the Diplodocus still a dinosaur, or is that one of those dinosaurs that doesn't exist anymore?
I'm very uninformed.
That was a very big dinosaur, if I recall. It was the big, huge dinosaur. But they might have called it something else. I don't know. I'm not a dinosaur expert. Anyway, as some little kid, they know everything about dinosaurs. So, Future Shock with a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it looks like. In sort of like an 80s kind of space grid.
Doing battle
with UFOs.
Although I think it's interesting that, the beam coming off the UFO, like usually you'll see that that's their beam, their tractor beam that they'll use to, abduct somebody. Sure. But it also looks like the beam is coming from the T-Rex.
Dinosaur's defending itself from these pesky pests.
Which beam is it? Are they abducting the T-Rex, or is the T-Rex lasering them?
This is you could draw so many conclusions from what's going on. They're in space on a space grid outside of the planet Earth, or some red planet that looks like Earth.
It's red Earth. It's mirror Earth.
Yeah.
And it does seem like I like to imagine the aliens have transported the T-Rex to do like a test battle with it. Right, to
their dimension.
This is their loading area. Yeah, this is their
battle grid.
The battle grid.
And they're maybe fighting it, or maybe these are holograms or something, and the dinosaur's testing them. Maybe the dinosaur's training himself to fight UFOs with his laser eyes. I don't know. There's so much.
I also like the font they used. I think
it's cool.
A cool font for this album cover.
I like everything about this cover.
All right, we're starting out strong
cool.
in the silly section. Again, this is the silly album.
Nothing
covers
silly about it. This is serious for me.
Maledictus subjects.
Yeah.
The classification.
Very serious.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on because we got a lot to do. Wow.
Do you think this one's silly?
Wow.
This is an album by a band called Yorn.
Is it a man or a band?
I think they are a band. Album's called Over the Horizon Radar, and art credit goes to Stan W. Decker.
Okay.
On the art. Yorn. Who is he?
Who is this? Is this the man?
What does he
also
want?
laser eyes, by the way.
We're getting a theme here. Early theme for my picks. Laser eyes.
He's like a meme, you know? It's like Yorn destroys,
Looks like, he can summon the power of crows as well.
Oh, yeah, he's got a crow there. Maybe
and he's
ravens.
got those
Fans.
classic laced jeans.
Yeah, he's got the laced rock star jeans, but he's an old man, though. I mean,
Well, that's what they wear. They wear the laced jeans.
Right, I guess when you're aging, right? Like an aging rock
And
star.
he's playing to looks like a sold out show.
Yeah, there's fans giving them the horns. Lots of fans here.
I like the pink purple color scheme.
I like this color scheme. It's very like it's like a new synth wave or something.
And
right looking.
This is a very Euro.
Yes,
Very Euro
Very Euro
experience we're having here.
This guy has many Euro passes for every reason.
He's also in like a reticule.
Yeah, it's like a Target thing. Right?
Yeah.
They're targeting him. Yeah,
Is
maybe.
someone coming for Yorn?
Yeah.
Raising questions.
Destroy Yorn, but he's ready. He's got laser eyes. Now Yorn is an older fella. I mean, look at him. He's like he's had some miles on him. Yorn, Over the Horizon Radar. Over the Horizon. Is that English? Over the Horizon Radar.
I don't know.
That's Swedish. This is Swedish, right? It is. Stand by.
Norwegian.
Okay. It's
Very close.
It's not American, and it's not British. That's for sure.
All right, Yorn.
All
Nice.
right, thank you, Yorn.
Pink laser man.
You are awesome. You keep at it. What's this?
All right.
This is easy. This is easy.
This band is called Nightmare. The album is called Live Hard, Die Hard.
How many bands are called Nightmare? Probably a lot.
A number, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And our art credit, we don't have an art credit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nobody wanted to put their name. You didn't want to put your name on this? This art is beautiful.
No.
Airbrushing?
I think this one's extra silly. It's a little simple.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
Less going on. I just love the ice eagle and the fire eagle.
Fire and ice.
Fighting.
And it's live hard, die hard. It's like it's a whatchamacallit, yin and yang kind of opposite sides. You know, live hard, die hard. Live, die. Both hard. Both eagles. Am I right? They're eagles. A cold eagle and a hot eagle.
And they're both just as powerful as each other. Who's gonna win?
It's yin and yang. You know, who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? It's yeah.
I think we should get
equal
tattoos of this album cover.
That is a bold tattoo.
Can you imagine this is like a huge back tattoo?
Yeah, or on your butt or something. On your forehead, maybe.
I guess it's not so much. I just found this a very inspiring, powerful image, and I was like, "Fuck yeah! Look at those eagles."
This is very
fire and ice.
This is also Swedish, right?
No, this is Colombian.
Oh, wow! I'm getting.
And as a testament, I saw this album cover, and then I don't know, 6 months later, we saw the band Witch Trap play in Newark.
Yeah.
And one of the members of Witch Trap is in this band, and they were selling the CDs for this album cover.
That's right.
And I remembered it because of this cover, because of the power of this cover.
I remember
was like,
seeing
look
his
at that.
image.
I was like, look at that.
When you showed me this, I feel like I've seen this before, and yeah, it was at that show. I'd seen it.
You don't forget this.
Table. It was on the table there.
That's a good cover.
That
You don't forget it.
That dude was selling it. Yeah, that's an iconic image. Simple but effective.
And we're both getting those tattoos.
Yeah, that's what tattoo you want to get with your significant
other. Or maybe you can get. I think you're the fire eagle. I'll get the ice eagle.
You really, we got to decide because that's important. Who's going to be the fire? Who's going to be the ice?
All right. Well,
okay.
We'll think about that.
Yeah, that's something we have to think about. Comment down below. Who should be fire or ice?
And our final entry of the silly albums.
Wow.
This band is called Hercules.
Wow.
Album is called Legend of Metal.
I'll say, look at this guy.
Artwork is by Gamma Tau.
This guy Gamma Tau is he's on it. There's lightning all over the place. There's lava, molten magma in a like a mountain here. There's a dragon, and he's fighting the guitar with magical powers. I'm sorry, he's fighting the dragon with his guitar.
And he's wearing his own band shirt.
And he's got his own, yeah, that's.
And he's got a mullet.
Yeah, this is going to, you know like that list you see on like Metal Sucks or something with like the worst band covers. Like they're gonna add this.
This would very easily make a worst band cover list, and I would kind of agree to including it on a worst list just because look at it.
It's bad photoshopping.
Yes,
it is.
But it's got...
I feel like it's purposeful, though.
It's got the heart of metal, though.
It does.
You know?
I feel like this guy did this on purpose, though. Like, I feel like he's like, oh, yeah, I don't know how to use Photoshop. I think he, like, did this. I think this is... You don't think so?
I totally disagree.
Really?
Like, if this was being done ironically...
Yeah, I think it's being done
ironically. I would not like it. Yeah. I think this is being done...
It's real.
This is pure
heart.
It's
totally real.
This is genuine.
Hercules, comment down below if you're watching.
Hercules
is your name.
Let us know.
That's a bold name to take for yourself, by the way. You're really strong and stuff. You're like a Greek god. What is it? You can't just call yourself Hercules, can you?
Well, he is from Greece.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I Greek.
I didn't know.
Heritage.
No, then you can. Okay, I'm sorry.
If anyone can, he can.
Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I like that it's a gold dragon.
Yeah, it's a gold dragon. I'm sorry to...
and it's got like rainbow fire.
I will not discredit your heritage ever again.
It's a legend of metal.
I didn't know anything. I was ignorant. Okay, what's next? Yeah.
So moving on to a more kind of traditional and normal.
These are the serious.
I'm going to say we don't have, it's not necessarily totally serious art.
This is
it's more art.
This is art. I would like this on my wall.
This is
seriously.
Art. So our first entry here, we have the band Black Blood with the album Abduction.
It's called Abduction?
Abduction.
There's nothing abduction going on about.
Or no, I'm sorry. The band is called Abduction.
Oh, sorry. The band is called it. Okay.
The album is called Black Blood.
Yeah, I can see the black blood here. Sure.
And we do not have an art credit.
Nobody wants to take credit for this. I would take credit for this. I did it, folks. I made this. This is like an image, like a double, triple image. There's like 3 going down, but there's only 2 going sideways. That's weird.
So I obviously included because it's got a skeleton, and we love skeletons.
We love skeletons here at the Here Lies Metal podcast.
We see a skeleton, and we just, we're suddenly intrigued.
Yeah, I've been intrigued by skeletons my entire life. When I was a little kid, I used to always try to watch shows with skeletons. Long story. You probably heard it before.
So he seems just like a skeleton priest.
He's got his incense.
Got incense. He's also got human hands, which is...
Oh, his hands didn't.
Raises a few questions, I feel like.
He only partially decomposed in his face. And
yeah.
The rest of him was fine.
Some kind of gift from whatever deity he's worshiping. And I just like how tripped out the image is. We're high looking at this. Got some nice bold colors. Like
the colors are, I like the color scheme. The palette, as they say, is beautiful. I think I like it a lot.
Professional, we're gonna say semi-amateur art critics.
Yeah,
terms like palette.
I like this palette, and the palette is very.
I like this. The smoke gives a nice quality, and I like how maniacal the skeleton.
Most skeletons are maniacal.
Yeah, but this one's like extra.
He's like,
he's got his mouth open in delight.
Yeah, like skeletons are always smiling.
He's like crying. Looks like he's crying his whatever burning essence is in his.
Like, have you ever seen a skeleton cry? No, they're always like up to something. They're always like.
Okay, the next band. We're gonna pronounce it Fliege.
And we're
album title. One day they'll wonder what happened here.
Okay, that makes plenty of sense.
Art credit goes to Obsidian Pantheon.
All right, that's his name.
And I think this art gets a leg up because, it's invoking The Thing. I think
that's exactly what they're doing here.
And who doesn't like that movie?
Well, they could be doing a thing, or the original telling of that story called The Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft. It's Antarctic Post here. It's kind of in the Fenris Cave a little bit.
But that was yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same idea though, right?
We do like a cave. We like this vantage point when you're in the cave. Yeah. Always pleasant.
This is unspeakable horror from the dark corners of the universe right here.
Down there going, blah.
It's some unspeakable shape, some monstrosity that will, of course, drain you of your sanity immediately, as they do.
It's hard to tell if that's just him or he has a victim.
Yeah, it's just a mess. It's the thing, right? It's the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like the end of the thing, when Kurt Russell and Keith David are sitting there just kind of waiting to die, waiting to freeze to death. One day, they'll wonder what happened here. And that's exactly how the thing ends, right?
So, yeah, I like that, there's a story going on with this art.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't familiar with The Thing, the movie,
you get the same idea.
You would still understand what they're like. One day they'll wonder what happened here. That's pretty cool.
We're left here in Antarctica, and the unspeakable horrors have come from the alien thing, and we've turned into it always works. It's aliens, it's the thing, same thing.
I do like the monster design as well.
It's just horrific monsters,
kind of a vaginal,
unspeakable terrors. Yeah, as H.P. Lovecraft creatures are, and they're very vaginal. All the above. They're just the most
vagina man.
Yeah, just with a lot of teeth. And there's the outpost over there. They're all dead. So that's brilliant. I love it. That's brilliant.
Next is a band called Grotesquerie with the album Composted Beyond Recognition.
That makes total sense.
And cover art is by Lucas Ruggieri.
Okay. This is composting.
So.
Right? It's a body in the forest, just composting, turning into fertilizer for the trees. It's environmentally sound, everything that's going on here. It's a lot of art, a lot of detail, a lot of very fine penciling here.
Yes, I like this. This is definitely one of those examples of a death metal album cover where I will immediately listen to it if I see it look like this.
Yeah, very detailed art, very intricate.
It's gross and dripping. I also like, I do like the uniformity of texture going on here. It's very pleasing of actually to look at, despite being a gross kind of image they're invoking here. It's more of a gross concept because it does not actually look that gross. I like the trees in the background.
It's environmental. It's composting.
Or composting.
They're putting a body. It's a giant body too. It's feeding a lot of trees, and one day trees will grow in this spot here.
Yes.
Because of the nitrogen cycle of decomposition. Right. You all did chemistry and stuff. You remember how that works. And and that's going to go into the ground. There's going to be nutrients, and the more trees are going to come.
I do like how it's drawn, how the body has become part of the ground.
That's what happens to you.
That's very well done.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
It happens to all of us.
It'd be a nice thing to put up in the bathroom, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's sure.
Maybe in a hallway.
Yeah, it's a good message here. I agree. It's a great message.
Great message.
Awesome. I like it. Okay.
Okay.
This is a little confusing to me.
This next band, say they're called Digir Giddim. The album is called The Celestial Macrocosmic Scale and the Shimmering Path of the Supreme Regulator. So, I think that's pretty fitting of what we got here.
Too many words. These are like those pillars, that nebula, those pillars of God. That's what that looks like, right? You've seen those, right? That picture, the nebula, right? That's what it looks like. These figures, these figures here.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
If you look it up, you'll.
I just thought those were cool galactic dudes.
Same thing.
But I love those little galactic dudes there. I really like the colors going on, the intricacy, and just to be clear, I don't think there was no art credit on this. So
why not? What's with these people? Like, nah, that's fine.
I mean, maybe if the band does it themselves, these are pretty. They just don't update the archives or their Bandcamp to let us know.
Yeah, maybe just they plus plenty of information. There's a lot going. This temple, like a temple in space.
Yes, it's definitely invoking some kind of like ancient, I don't know.
Yeah, culty symbols up
like
here.
Like Babylonian or
like culty symbols, like this Shriner looking symbol up here.
I like the kind of little animals up top there. That's kind of like vaguely medieval.
Yeah, these griffins.
Yes. And yeah, I enjoy these colors, and it's very engaging.
Yeah, this could be analyzed for a long time. There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot.
And it's got these panels almost like that painting, the Garden of Earthly Delights, kind of like these 3-panel.
It's kind of like that's like a Renaissance.
Yeah.
It's like a Renaissance art here we have going on.
Yes, that's what it's kind of meant to be. A lot going on.
It's
here.
Very ecclesiastical, like that.
Yes.
This would be installed in the church. In the dark, evil church, obviously.
At the sepulchre. Yes. Yeah, that's beautiful colors. All that spacey. Excellent. I could just talk about that phrase. Just few more details, so we have to move on.
All right, now for something completely different.
Now for something completely different. Wow. This is everything.
So this band is called Red Shark.
Obviously.
Album is called Digital Race.
Okay.
And cover art is by Jose Antonio Vives.
This is very inspired by Ed Repka, obviously.
Yes.
Very
and notably, I did not put this in the silly section.
It's not silly.
I want to talk about this in the non-silly context, although it is silly, obviously.
I can get a lot of different conflicting ideas from this, but go ahead.
I mean, there's a lot going on here. I think this has got, we've got the Red Shark. He's obviously some kind of commando.
Mm-hmm. He's got the.
Also, what is he? He's a shark man.
A shark that's
he
red.
He is very red.
Yeah.
He's got a very big mouth.
He's a shark, so he's got the big mouth.
He's got his camo on. What kind of gun is that?
Oh, that's like like
Gatling?
the Terminator hat. Yeah, it's like the Gatling, like the Terminator hat on Terminator 2 when he pulls the gun out and the kid's like, "That's you. That's your look."
He's got some bracers on, some gauntlets.
Oh, he's got the Slayer
bracers.
kind of things on.
Yes.
Right, and he's got the ammo belts,
Yes.
like Athanar.
And he's here to exterminate the corporate drones.
That's what this is. So these are NPCs. You know, like the NPC meme. These are NPCs, obviously, and it's the digital race. So it's like all these people on the computers, on Twitter, on the TikToks. That's that. I'm going to destroy it all because I'm Rambo from the 80s, right? And I'm a shark. Usually the shark, probably wouldn't need a shark has teeth, right? It doesn't need a gun usually, but this shark has both. It's a land shark too.
Well, I could imagine I'm sure he uses his mouth.
You could also bite their head off as well.
I would, there should be like a comic book about Red Shark.
Yeah. The Revenge of Red Shark. Red Shark strikes again. Yeah.
But I think he's here. He's here to take down capitalism. Mm-hmm. These are like, as I say, corporate drones.
Yeah.
These are like the robots created by the billionaires to run their money.
Yeah.
And they need to be. They're like the corporate army.
Because they're in a skyscraper, obviously. Mm-hmm. Right. So that's like
I love how he's burst through the window.
Yeah, from the sky, like he fell. Each parachute in from a helicopter or something. Like Rambo, and he's just like. Ugh.
I also love that he's interrupting like a Zoom call.
Oh yeah. It's not a meeting. It's like a Zoom call but they're all like.
Well, it's a meeting and it's a Zoom call.
Yeah, we're having a Zoom call.
It's the corporate drone meeting.
And they're all on the Zoom call.
He's here to end it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, this idea has been going on for a while. It's nothing new.
So, yes.
It's great.
It's perfect. No notes.
I want this cover. This is great.
So, this band is called Eye of Doom.
All right. That's what's going on.
Album is called The Sapient.
Yeah.
Artist is Adam Burke.
Okay.
Known entity. All right.
What we have here is an Eye of Doom.
I guess this is the Sapient with the Eye of Doom.
So this is like a space temple on a planet, and there's a nebula of a skull, a skullic nebulae, and there's
an obelisk.
And it's huge. There's a little man here. See the man?
Well, I feel like maybe the little man has summoned the skull nebula,
maybe
by communing with the obelisk, and is now being beheld by the Eye of Doom.
It's beautiful colors.
Yes, very beautiful colors.
Yeah.
Christmas album.
Oh, it's very Christmassy. Just like Die Hard. Yeah.
I love the flow. It looks like, the skull is forming from the nebula
swirling.
winds. Yes.
Yeah.
Just very cool.
Actually, like for a nebula to swirl, it would take millions of years because it's so far away. And
this is clearly some magic happening
that's
here.
True.
Okay,
it's like Star Trek.
Whatever that little figure down there, he said an invocation at the correct place at the correct time.
Right, it's got the obelisk.
And this is what will happen.
Maybe it's on Mars, the ancient civilization on Mars.
What question would you have for the Sapients?
There's a lot of things. I mean, where do we start, right? I don't know where we even start right now. I don't even know. But that's cool.
All right, what do you think about that?
That he's doing that. Yeah, well, comment down below if you have a question.
We'll visit the obelisk someday.
Yeah, it's on Mars, near the face on Mars. What's this? Is this next?
So this band is called Jade.
There's some Jade in it.
Album's called The Pacification of Death, and it's another piece by Adam Burke.
Oh,
2 in a row.
Beautiful artwork by Adam Burke.
You can see the similarities here.
It's got a style of his own.
It's got a style. What's going on?
Funny they're called Jade because it's Jade coming out of this bat cave.
This is a Jade bat cave.
And when we mean bat cave, it's a cave that's a bat. Right? It's not Batman living in there.
I mean, maybe there's some bats in there.
Yeah, there's spirits.
I mean,
there's bats
there
too.
are bats coming out.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
So it's a cave that is a bat, and it is a bat cave.
And there's this is either a stalagmite or a little hooded figure, or a stalactite. Stalagmites, which are on the top. It doesn't matter. Comment down below, folks.
And there's like some jade ghosts coming out of the bat.
The jade light. They're skeleton ghosts, right? They're skeleton ghosts, spirits. Some are floating away. Some are walking out. But some sort of jade light. And it's a cave, looks like a bat. Little bat ears. It's a bat cave.
I should have done some research on bats to figure out what kind of bat this is.
Right.
Because it's got that very distinctive big nose, which I think I've seen on a bat before. But to figure out what kind of bat this is.
It looks like a rhinoceros. Maybe it's a rhinoceros bat.
I think bats with big noses like this rely very heavily on sonar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they have sonar.
Some bats actually aren't blind. Did you know that? But this bat is probably blind.
Well, they just can't see in the dark, so they just, they're not blind.
I also like how giant the bat seems.
It's a cave.
I mean, is it? Maybe it's just a big bat.
That's true. Maybe it's just spitting up ghosts.
And he opened its mouth.
Yeah. It could be just a giant bat.
I like to think of this. This is like in a video game, this is like a raid boss.
Yeah, or it's an entrance to a cave on Skyrim.
It's doing some move right now where he opens his mouth and all these little, monsters come out and you have to fight them.
You have to fight them and they distract you.
That's a phase of the boss fight.
Yeah, I hate the bosses that have other minions that help them. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, but yeah, it could be a Skyrim level too. Yeah. These are the Dragor coming out. Right, the cave.
Yes, this cover brings up a lot of questions like what, who is the bat? Where are we? Why? Why is the bat emitting jade ghosts? Maybe the album can tell you.
Yeah, you just listen to it. All right. Next
is a band called Skyfalla with their album Boreal Despair. Artist is Christina Pavlevska. And we have some art.
Do we know if this is commissioned or if this looks like it'd be in a museum?
I'm pretty sure everything is original.
Okay.
Christina Pavlevska is definitely a current artist, and she's done a number of metal albums. So I'm gonna guess this was commissioned. We did eliminate a few things that was just using old paintings.
Right, just licensing paintings.
As cool as those are, we're going for original art here.
There's so much going on. This is like a masterpiece in the Louvre, right? This is.
I mean, I don't know a lot about fine art.
Me neither, but this is fine. Look at this. These little things going on. These little like devils. What is this? It's like I keep seeing new things in this. But obviously this face up here. So
there's definitely an interesting balance to this piece.
Color wise.
Very heavy on the bottom here. Feels like there's a lot of chaos going down with all the reds.
Yeah, this is real art.
Some kind of humanoid.
Yeah.
With ill intent.
But with it's sort of malformed, like a deformed kind of, and this is gonna be some kind of gate here. I don't even know. It's just so open to interpretation.
Yeah, this is it's hard to describe. This just gives you like a lot of impressions. You
just look at this for hours and just come up with different conclusions as to what it is. It's one of the most complicated.
But I think what I like about it is I like how the colors come together to just give this kind of gross feeling, but in a way that's kind of like disturbing. It's a little beyond us, obviously.
My small brain.
But we enjoy it. I would put this in the living room.
So, all right. So I can't even, because I can just go on this forever. This one is so complicated. Is this next?
All right.
This is cool.
This is a band called Archaeon.
Yeah.
Album is called Parasite. And we do not have an art credit for it.
Nobody wants to take credit for this.
Yeah, I don't know. I did a reverse image shirt. It does not appear to be anybody else's art.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's brilliant. We've chosen some brilliant pieces of art here. Like, this is it's like done in pastel or charcoal or something. I don't even know, but there's clearly some demonic creature coming off of like.
I like the guy. I like the little guy on this. He's got like a scythe for an arm, and he's basically a shadow. I think he is a shadow.
Yeah.
He's a shadow creature.
Yeah.
Coming from the shadow realm.
the Shadow
portal
Realm
has opened.
It's invading like our space, maybe. Yeah, this is brilliant.
It's very menacing.
It's simple and it's done very roughly, but it's at the same time
very effective.
Yeah.
We'll also go up in the living room.
It's nightmarish. It's just absolutely nightmarish. It just invokes fear. If it was a satanic panic, I would call the police on you. It's fucking just. Yeah, it just makes me satanically panic.
Wow, it's not even graphic.
It's not even graphic. It doesn't need to be. It's just so disturbing what's going on here and what can happen. You know, it's just a morbid image. It's a morbid tale. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
It's very, very striking.
Yeah, that's very lucky to have this album cover. Archaeon with those EA things. Yeah, this is pretty.
All right, this band is called Predatory Light. Yeah. Album is called Death in the Twilight Hours.
Yeah, this is like one of those.
Cover art by Aaron John Dubois.
What kind of style is this? It's almost like a Renaissance-y kind of.
Yeah, it's got like that kind of flat, like pre-Renaissance.
Pre-Renaissance, right? Before they really had 3D.
That's when they got perspective.
Yeah. But before they, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is really classical looking. Brilliant.
I like this one because it's both like dark and whimsical. Because obviously it looks like whatever skeleton guy.
It's one of those funny medieval skeletons that's
skeleton
like alive.
Archer,
right?
Looks like he's burned down this poor medieval village.
Perhaps it's one of the 4 horsemen. One of them, the death guy.
We've got these pretty flowers.
Yeah.
I like that there's like rays coming off of his head, like he's an angel or something.
Yeah, it's
the angel of death.
Yeah, death. Right, exactly. It's just it's either 4 horsemen. It's just the end of the world or something. It's one of those like laughing medieval skeletons.
I like the color, like we have all these whites and these pinks on the flowers, so it's like nice.
Yeah.
But then we have this burning village.
It's just so much contrast in here, and the colors are great. The palette, of course, is.
I like the horse. It looks like it's smiling.
Yeah, the horse is also laughing. The horse is like, ha ha ha.
Everyone's having a good time
except for the people over here in this town. People? They're not having a good time. They're burning to death. Otherwise, it's flowers.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder if this is a reference to like the Black Death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because with the flowers might be poppies.
Yes. Or you put the flowers because everyone's dying and everything smells. Yeah.
I think it's interesting that the skeleton who's probably death has a bow.
Yes.
And arrows. I like this one. It's both fun and dark.
Yeah, it's happy and sad. It's just celebrating the death that we need to cleanse. He's cleansing. Maybe he's cleansing the plague by burning the town down. Who knows? Because you probably need to do that. Just burn everything down. There'll be an over plague, right? All right.
All right. Band is Worm. I think this is actually an EP, but that doesn't matter. Called Blue Nothing. Cover art is by Brad Moore.
This almost looks like Doctor Doom up here, right? But it's like a skull, but it's like a church. It's weird.
So it's very blue. Which fits with the title.
It's a lot of
and very chaotic.
Yeah, there's a lot of like figures here, robed, sort of skeleton-y kind of, but they're also like
some kind of chaos temple.
Yeah, this is complicated.
I think my favorite part is the lightning.
Yeah, there's some lightning coming. It's a planet, some sort of planetary disturbance here.
Kind of like weird dragon.
Yeah, there's a dragon here, right? You just keep looking and keep spotting new things as you look at these things. It's just brilliant. And it's sort of like almost like these MC Escher kind of stairs going on here. I don't know, right? No,
yes,
not upside.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is a little overstimulating. But I love the blue palettes on it.
The palettes are always consistent, and these just work very well.
I love the intricacy, and I love it's just very engaging. Like it engages with you. And you want to know what's going on, but you will never figure out what's going on.
Yeah, this will have to be explained to me. Comment down below, artist. And of course, unreadable band logo, usual.
It says Verm.
Verm, that clearly says Verm. I could totally read that. Yeah, this is complicated as shit. Like, you guys are very fortunate to have this very cool album cover. Okay, is this one next?
Band band is Azab. With Summoning the Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Artist is Arta Lepa.
This is cool.
This is a bit more simplistic, but effective.
The cosmic skeleton with a black sun, right? Is that this, or some meteor things coming from this big meteor?
He's called down, the wrath of the sun or whatever that is.
He's just laughing at me.
The meteor.
Yeah, and his other dead things over here.
What I like about this is there's a lot of personality in this skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, he summoned the cataclysm, and he's laughing.
Like
a skeleton laugh.
A lot of skeletons a lot of skeletons look happy, but this guy's kind of just like pissed. He's like, right? Like he's like, yeah, that's right, bitches. I'm taking you all down. Other skeletons are just like, this guy's like, he's like pissed.
I look at this and I know this skeleton has a story.
He's intense.
Yeah.
He's got glowing eyes.
Obviously some kind of skeleton sorcerer. Got a robe on.
Yeah, I mean, he's loving it. He's like, yeah.
Got some nice red theme happening here.
Yeah, it's beautiful colors. He's lava, right?
Beautiful night sky.
Summoning destruction upon
turn to ash.
This shitty looking planet. This planet looked shitty even before the meteors fell. Yeah. And so, it's fine. No one's going to notice. And maybe there's something going on in the background here. Maybe it's just clouds, or maybe there's some kind of structure back. I can't tell. But
anyway, I hope that skeleton guy's doing okay now.
I mean, yeah, he just summoned the destruction. I mean, the meteors don't bother him much. He's just bring down the meteors on this shitty planet. It's a shitty planet. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. No one's going to notice.
So, this band is called Dream Unending with their album Song of Salvation.
It's very pretty.
Artist is Benjamin A. Vierling. And yeah, this is not something you see every day.
Yeah, it's a little hippie-ish.
It might be a little high-minded. I think we've got a biblically accurate angel up there.
I think it's a lot happier than most of the covers we just looked at. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like, we've got our angel.
Yeah, there's an angel.
Like raining angel rain.
Good things on the plants.
And the plants are growing, and we have a celestial
man.
Humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid.
Playing some kind of lute, perhaps.
Yes, is that a lyre, or is that a...
Made out of plants.
And it's made of plants, and he's helping the plants grow. And these are like weedy kind of plants. These aren't even like the plants you want in your garden. I don't want these plants in my garden. Like, these are like, oh shit, I gotta cut that. What the hell is that? Well, you're a
boomer.
Yeah,
like, all the rage now is to have a natural lawn.
No.
Haven't you seen the memes to have a natural lawn?
Not in this neighborhood. Not to destroy the property value in this neighborhood. I'll tell you. No, sir.
We don't even live in the nice part of town.
But what we have here, we will make the most of.
It appears this angel is bringing these plants into an ice age, is replacing the ice age with plants.
Yeah, because the ice age has to end.
And the angel
of light is like, let me give forth life to your ice age world.
Behold, the beautiful angel.
Yeah. Like, no more land of ice, now a land of greenery.
I like the Starman.
It's a very positive actual, the Celestial Man.
It's nice. This is a nice album too, although I didn't want to talk about the music.
The Celestial Naked Man here.
It's a fitting album cover.
It's happy. It's very positive, right? Okay.
Yes.
Is this next?
Yes.
Okay, this is foreboding.
The band is Embrace of Thorns. Album is Entropy Dynamics. And artist is Freighter Teth.
All right.
So this is a little simpler than, some of the album covers we've looked at.
Yeah, it's simple, but kind of terrifying.
Yes.
So let's just start with this marble background. There's a marble background here, like a tomb almost, right? And out comes of this...
It's in the threshold.
Threshold, right. There is like a torso missing its arms. However, the head seems to be coming off of it, right? This spiritual head here seems to be coming at you as the body waits.
And it's not quite a human, even if it had a head.
Yes.
It's got a weird, unsettling, posture to it.
Spirit.
I think obviously, I enjoy the creepiness and the grotesquerie of this disturbing kind of like body horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
I also liked about this is I'm not sure if this will for anybody else feel the same. It kind of reminds me of Diablo 2.
Which part?
The desert part. I believe that's book 2.
Yeah, that's the level I stopped playing at.
And there's a part where you go into like, sorry, I haven't played that in a long time.
We should play it.
But you go into like the Sultan's like castle.
Yeah.
Which has been completely taken over by horrifying
Bad
demons and monsters.
That give you experience points for killing.
I played Diablo 2 back at a time where I was very scared of it. Like when I first played it, and I found that particular area terrifying.
I stopped at Diablo 1. I didn't play 2 back in the day.
Because like before that, like you're going through like caves full of like monsters and mutilated bodies, but this was you're going through a palace of like complete decadence and like Dionysian like revelry had been going on there. Like all his like concubines and consorts and prostitutes were in there.
Okay. So
and
it's
they were all ripped apart by demons, and it's very disturbing. And for some reason, this reminds me of that.
Okay, this is like this is like a mutilated like, female
Sorry,
body.
that was a bit of a tangent.
No, it's I do it all the time. When we talk about Skyrim or something, I'll do the same thing.
But I do think this is a nice album cover, and despite of that, but I do like. I think I latched onto it a little bit more just because of it had that little.
Here we go with these stairs again.
More stairs. We loved stairs this year.
This is very similar to the other one. Like all
right, this band is called Maul. It's called Seraphic Punishment. More angels.
It's not the mall that you go to and shop, by the way. It's the other.
No, it's Maul, like what a bear does to you.
Yeah.
Art is by Jason Barnett. And yeah, there's another one with a lot going on in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of just weird sort of creatures that are these sort of cyclopean creatures, sort of like larva back here or something. I don't even know.
I like the pink, purple, blue going on here.
Yeah, it's the beautiful palette here. Right.
They're doing frightening with a beautiful palette with nice soft colors.
Yeah, you're right. The color is really
always striking when you see that.
Pastel-y, right?
We've got some MC Escher going on.
Yeah, some of the MC Escher stairs again. Right?
This is also somewhat evoking of that Diablo 2 level.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Right.
But I did not get a strong a connection to this. But yeah, there is more demons. So yeah, it also actually is very similar to that.
It kind of reminds me of an old Cathedral album cover, but like not the same kind of art.
I like that they have a fountain.
You have
that's very classy.
Into this pink ooze, like Ghostbusters 2 slime or something, right? Yeah, and it's of course lightning again. More lightning.
If you look closely at these creatures, these demons, they've got mouths in their stomachs.
Yeah, they have like all of these creatures seem to have mouths in their stomach. They're of the same kind of type of creature here in this weird world. And his hands up here, his hands like from the sky, these godly hands. I
almost did not see that.
They're like
what is that?
They're giving or taking. Maybe
looks like they're offering something to the hands
up to the stairs. Yeah, some sort of sacrifice or something. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a video game level.
Sure. A lot of video game.
It gives you a sense of adventure. Like you'd like to go on their stairs and you're gonna fight those guards there, and
yeah, doesn't remind me of Skyrim though.
You've got a quest to do with the hands.
Yeah,
you got a reason to go up there.
There
are more video games than Skyrim.
Not
oh my
really.
God.
Not really, but yeah.
Yes, there are.
There's some. All right.
All right, this is, I will say our order up to now has been, like kind of like whatever, kind of like vaguely in preference. But I will say this is definitely our favorite for the year.
Epic. It's epic.
Band is called Bekor Quillish, and the album is called Throes of Death from the Dreamed Nihilism. And the artist is Francesco Gemelli.
I wish I could have an album cover like this.
Isn't this beautiful?
Something. This is just a color that just contrast and this structure, this living structure upon a wasteland, with this planetoid in the background, or maybe the planetoid's in the foreground. I can't even tell. Yeah.
I love how they succeed in making the structure seem immense and imposing. Like you would come across the structure in the desert and be instantly struck with terror.
It's like a walking castle.
Even though you're so far from it.
Yeah, it could be all the way like 20 miles away on the horizon, and it's just there, just imposing, just huge. And it's almost like a cathedral, like it's got the 4 points on it.
I feel like it's probably like vibrating.
Driving, that's the perfect word. And it's just like flowing.
An eldritch structure.
Yes, eldritch is the correct word for this type of structure.
It decreases your sanity when you encounter it.
Absolutely. It has Lovecraftian properties to it that will...
Only the most mad may even approach the structure. And to enter inside, you will no longer be human.
Yeah, it just will change you, like, and just upon this wasteland of misery. Yeah, it's truly, all these pictures just was like, it's like a gallery in my house, just full of these.
This one, we're going to put this one exactly when you open the door to the house.
Right by the...
All visitors will immediately see this first thing.
Right on that bare wall, like that's perpendicular to the television, right? Yeah, this would be perfect. I love it.
Like, welcome to our home.
Yeah.
Make yourself comfortable.
We have very edgy artwork. But no, the stuff is I think it's just really beautiful, more than, being just an edgelord, having all this stuff in your house. I think it's just really beautiful artwork. That's just me, folks. That's just us.
All right, that's it.
That's
all we got.
That was all of them.
Yeah.
There was good albums this year, but there was also good artwork in the year of 2022. Yeah.
So that was just some fun artwork I looked at, and obviously we didn't review them, or we didn't include in our other episodes. So I just wanted to talk about it now.
Yeah,
in a fun episode.
We like to do the artwork, folks, and we'll keep doing the artwork. Hopefully, we'll see more covers episodes in general, because we like to talk about art here at the Here Lies Metal Podcast.
You think there's any other art we would like that we missed? Let us know, because I definitely didn't keep like a rigorous track all year of art. I kind of just started in the middle of the year being like, you know what, I'm gonna bookmark this art. I may have missed things. Let me know. Let me know what I missed.
Great artwork. And folks, if you like this kind of episode, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know, because this is obviously it's a different kind of content than our usual stuff. But once again, this has been the Here Lies Metal Podcast. This is our 2022 album covers episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and please keep the love coming. We appreciate everything you did, all the support you gave us for our last episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for noticing us, and we'll see you next year.
I mean, this will probably come out.
This might come out. Yeah, this might come out next year.
We're filming this on the New Year's Eve.
Yes. So yeah, maybe I'll hopefully, if I get it edited, I don't know. It's kind of long. Maybe gotta whip me, get it edited. It's not like I have anything else to do, really. So yeah, so folks. All right. So hopefully we'll get stuff. We'll see you next year, folks. Thank you for all your support. Happy New Year.